Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Is that Vasunthra?
Yes, is that Sharma?
Yes, certainly, Amma. How are you?
I'm very well, Apu. I was expecting for your call because you told me you'd be calling. I'm very well. Thank you, my darling. How are you?
Right. I'm very good, Amma. But first thing, Ma, can I address you as Amma?
Most welcome, darling. Most, it's an honor to be called Amma. Thank you.
All right. All right. First and foremost, Ma, I have to thank you, Ma, because for honoring this request to actually speak to you today, right? So I hope. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Amma. Yeah. So what I'm going to do today is, Amma, today we are going to just have a short session, and I would like to speak about you simply because of I have actually been given an opportunity to speak on a person who I idolize in a magazine. And the good news is that I have actually chosen you for the matter.
Are you Sharma? Why me? You should be interviewing Aishwarya Rai, Deepika Padukone, Katrina Kaif, all these people, darling.
They have been interviewed enough, Ma. But the reason today why I have chosen you is because today I'm 32 years old. But however, from the age of 17, I actually have been stalking on you. Yeah, that's the word. I have been stalking on you. Yes, simply because both of us have a lot of similarity in our life paths. Like, for instance, like you have been in Malaysia Airlines, you have been a Bharatanatyam dancer, and you have also been in the cosmetic industry, which similarly goes to me.
Wow. So there's so much of similarities, my dear.
Certainly. So therefore, that's why today we are going to have a short session, right, Ma? So you're free to talk on this, right, Ma?
Yes. I took a break from my dance classes at the moment. Yes, I can talk.
Okay, Amma. Yeah, I just have been told, Ma, you have been living in the UK, and you actually previously was from Malaysia. Am I right to say that?
Yes, I was born
So
in
how many years have you? Yeah. So how long have you been staying in UK, Amma?
Coming to about 19 years, Sharma. I've been in UK.
Okay. Actually, what has driven you, Amma, to actually leave Malaysia and go up to UK? And who are the people who were the mentor to you, Amma?
What has driven me to go out of UK? Two basic facts. Okay. I come from a well-known family, and being a Thirunangai, and I felt that, I'm making them feel very uncomfortable towards society and everything. Hence the reason there's no opportunities for Thirunangais at my time in Malaysia. Okay? So I felt that, what's going to happen to my life? That's where a very important person in my life came in and showed me the path, and I followed. And I am where I am today because of that person.
Very well said, Amma. Amma, I believe that you actually started off your career. Let's go a bit on a career path, Amma, because your career path has been very interesting to my eyes, So I would like to know, since I have taken you as a mentor, so I would like to know more how you actually succeeded this success ladder of yours. And first of all, I believe that you have started off your career path with Malaysia Airlines as a flight attendant. Could you share with us some of your experiences, Amma? What actually drove you to become a flight attendant in the first place?
What drove me to become a flight attendant? It was always my dream to become a flight attendant. So at the age of 21, I joined Malaysian Airlines as a ticketing staff first. In order to become a flight attendant, there was an easier path that way. I took it. And before that, I would like to tell you, the person, I think credit is given when it's due, Sharma. The person who drove me to where I am today is none other than my beloved Madhipum Maryade Kuriya Surya Rami Amma.
Right, okay. Could you tell me more about Surya Ramaya, who has been actually responsible for your development in your life, you say? So could you tell us more about her, please? I'm sure I would like to know more about her.
In fact, if you notice in the beginning, I did not mention Amma's name because she doesn't like to be mentioned. But then I realized, no, credit is due, given when it's due. And when an opportunity arrives to speak about Amma, I shall speak about Surya Ramya Amma. I really have to apologize to Surya Amma first beforehand. See, Surya Amma came into my life. I was, from the age of 4, I realized I was a woman trapped in a man's body. From that part onwards, my life was a nightmare until the time I met Surya Ramya Amma at the age of 26 plus 27, otherwise, after I left Malaysian Airlines. And, you know, Ramayanatla, Jadayu Moksham, Ahalya Moksham, எல்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, எனக்கு வந்து பாவ விமோசனம், அவங்க காலை வந்து நமஸ்காரம் வாங்கின அந்த நாள், அவங்க ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்கின வாசிதான் எனக்கு வாழ்க்கையில விமோசனம் இருக்கு. அவங்க காட்டிய வழி, அவங்க போட்ட பிச்சை தான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து நான் ஒரு வசுந்தரா சுந்தரமா மக்கள் எல்லாம் பாக்குற மாதிரி, ரியலைஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். அவங்க காட்டிய வழி, அவங்க இன்னும் வகுத்த வழி எனக்கு வாழ்க்கையில. And
very well said.
I was one of the fortunate one to be blessed to have this Gurukula style. அவங்க கூடயே இருந்து அவங்க சொல்றதெல்லாம் நாங்க கத்துக்கிட்டு, you know, like let it be in any art form. If you just go there once a week for an hour, learn and come back, you won't learn. But if you're there 7 days a week from morning to night and you're learning, you get to learn more. You know, which I was fortunate enough, and I was like a sponge to her. Whatever she tells me, preaches me, teaches me, guides me, I absorb it like a sponge. Even at this age of 47, I still get to learn more from Surya Ramya Amma. She's an encyclopedia. Very knowledgeable.
Right.
Those who can make use of that opportunity, they gain a lot in life. You know, I happen to be one of them.
Right. Very well said. I believe that you are taking this opportunity to really thank her as well, because I think she has played a major role in your life, I suppose.
This I can only think about one song, Sharma. Nandri sollave unakku enamma vaakailaye. You know, வாழ்க்கையில தாய்ங்கிறது ஒரு வரப்பிரசாதம், தெய்வம் தந்த வரப்பிரசாதம். என் வாழ்க்கை எனக்கு அந்த வரப்பிரசாதம் 2 கிடைச்சது. என்னை பெற்ற தாய், எனக்கு விமோச்சனம் தந்து உருவாக்கி வச்ச தாய் சூர்யா அம்மா. So 2 தாய். I'm very blessed. Thank you very much, Amma.
Yeah, Amma. Thank you very much. I suppose Surya Amma should be hearing this very soon, and then she will be very delighted to see this.
I hope, Sharma, you won't pick up the phone and say, why did you mention my name? I think, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன்னா மன்னிச்சிடுங்கம்மா, மன்னிக்க தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு மாப்பிரைய கோயில் அவங்க எல்லாம் மன்னிச்சு, you know, she advised me not to mention this anymore. Okay, sorry, Amma, one off. Continuing back about the career path story. Malaysian Airlines, I joined in as a ticketing staff for 1 year, and then I got into cabin crew. And as we were
how long apart? How long apart, Amma?
I worked there for 5 years contract. There's a 5 years term and condition contract. Sharma, as you spoke to me earlier, asking me permission about this, I was inquiring about you. And your late father, may his soul rest in peace, we fondly call him Mr. Suresh Anne. He happened to interview me. He happened to train me, my first training on safety, and my white body conversion, he trained me safety. Once a year, he trained me. So I know your late father is a beautiful man, beautiful human being. He has really helped me a lot. In fact, I'm very grateful to him. I am very, very grateful to your father, the late Mr. Suresh. Everyone knows about him. You know, he's a beautiful human being. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Amma. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me for me to hear this, you know.
No,
and I believe that the Malaysia Airlines experience has really, taught you a lot in life also, I suppose.
Yes,
and I think
Malaysian Airlines have taught me a lot in life.
Mm. And I believe you still do miss flying, isn't it? As how all the cabin crew says, we will definitely miss some part of our life once we leave. Once a crew, you're always a crew,
Because you are a cabin crew yourself. From day one, I lost my uniform till the last day I took off my uniform. I enjoyed every single moment. Airlines have taught me a lot. I flew around the world. I've seen everything. And I was a very blessed soul. And they taught me everything: grooming, finesse, fine dining, etiquette, mannerism, everything. I was just a clay that they molded me. And Surya Amma took that clay and even molded me into a statue, a fine statue.
Very well, Sitma. I believe after Malaysia Airlines, you actually joined Virgin Atlantic, is it, Ma?
Wow, you've done a lot of homework, huh? You've done a lot of homework. After Virgin
As I said, I have been stalking on you.
A good stalker, a darling stalker. After Malaysian Airlines, I joined MAC Cosmetic in Malaysia. First time MAC Cosmetic was launched in Malaysia by the cosmetic company called Lambang Badu. All right. Then I was the first Indian makeup artist to have joined MAC. That time they newly opened. The first outlet was Isetan Lot 10. I worked with them.
Wow.
Only I was the first Indian makeup artist there, and I enjoyed my moment with MAC. And that really taught me a lot about makeup. My makeup skills all towards MAC Malaysia. All right. And then from there, I got an offer with Virgin Atlantic, and I left. It all came into my way. God has been very, very good to me, Sharma. Seriously, honestly, from day one, from the time I can realize the age of 4, till date, God has been very good to me, and I have to thank God for that. And of course, my mother's blessings and everything that helped me a lot in life. And I got a job offer as a ground hostess for Terminal 3 Golden Lounge, dealing with first class, business class, and VIP passengers.
Right. Right. So you have always been somehow rather affiliated either with the cosmetic industry or either the aviation industry, I see.
And you see, I only get into an industry where I'm comfortable with.
Right. Which is very similar to me as well, Ma, so that's why why you are a mentor now to me, And I believe that also, so after Virgin Atlantic, then where were you, Ma?
Okay, I thought you'd done your homework.
Yes.
You did.
I know what it is, but just now I missed out a little bit on the MAC Cosmetic, but now I know the secret is the next one was Christian Dior. Am I right to mention that?
I was enjoying my life with Virgin Atlantic. I was fortunate to meet a lot of celebrities and royalties and celebrities and everything. There was a beautiful part, and the food was fantastic. The layout in the buffet, I was just eating myself. Then, when I was with Virgin, a gentleman came in as a passenger, right? And he approached me, saying that he gave me his name card, and he did ask me first who did my makeup. I said I did it myself, and he saw my mannerism. I was serving others on the Golden Lounge, and he told me, I'm from he was from Christian Dior. He was the regional sales manager for Southeast London region, right? He gave me his name card. He said, why don't you become as one of our in-house makeup artists? I honestly thought that, he was pulling a fast one. And only when he gave me his name card, I saw the Dior logo there. And I told myself, right, why don't I apply? And that time I was already married. And I did ask my ex-husband, and he says, go for it. Then I wrote it. Everything within a month, it all happened. And I was wearing the Dior uniform with the Dior badge, and I became their in-house makeup artist with Christian Dior. First,
it sounds very much surely a blessing, Amma.
That's why I say, if you got your mother's blessing, your guru's blessing, you will never go wrong in life. And I was the first, like in MAC, I was the first Indian makeup artist. In Virgin Atlantic, I was the first Indian ground hostess, and with Dior I became the first Indian in-house makeup artist, and furthermore being a Thirunangai. Virgin Atlantic and Dior took me in. As in the interview I mentioned, I'm a Thirunangai. They say, what's wrong with that? And I was surprised. Wow.
Right. So I believe that you're still continuing yourself with Christian Dior, and that is also like.
See, what
and how is your role now, Ma?
Now, when I started with Christian Dior, I was a junior in-house makeup artist. I became a senior in-house makeup artist when I left. The reason I left Christian Dior because my demand as a freelance makeup artist was much more greater outside. Right? I worked for 5 days, 2 days off, and the 2 days off I was back to back doing makeup outside. So I came to a term, and of course with the encouragement of my ex-husband, I became a freelance makeup artist. So, and as I left, and I was basically one of the goose that laid the golden egg in Christian Dior, who brought in good revenue and sales and everything. So they told me, they gave me an offer which was fantastic, and I'm so grateful to them, saying that, Vasunthra, why don't you come back? Because in a year there's 4 ranges of makeup being launched. Spring, summer, winter, autumn collection, new colors. So come and train the girls how to put on the makeup so they can demonstrate it to the customers. Therefore, there are new recruits as well for the training of the makeup part. They call me in. So in a year, 4 times, 4 seasons, I go and do my training with them. I train them. Then whenever they got their new recruits, they got a few ex-makeup artists with Dior. They call us back, right? Because we're well trained with Dior. So that is also a revenue for me, you see. And I've been doing that, my dear.
Okay. Very interesting, Ma. I believe your career path will be a very big inspiration for many people out there, Ma, because like you see how I was inspired by your career path. Today, I somehow, rather without me realizing, I have followed a bit of your footpath as well.
I'm so pleased to hear that at least I've been, a good example for others, to follow.
Certainly you have, Ma, and I think I'm one of the living testimony.
You should do better than me. Amma சொல்றீங்க தாய் 10 அடி பாஞ்சா என் பிள்ளைங்க எல்லாம் 100 அடி பாயணும். That's why I tell to all my children around me, if I can do this, you can do this as well. In fact, you can do better than me. I want to see all of my children and all of you out there to do much better than me.
That's really nice of you, Ma, to say such a thing. Ma, what actually inspired you to actually start off this Coffee with Vaaz? I believe that prior to Coffee...
Prior to, sorry.
No. Yeah. What actually inspired you, to actually start off this Coffee with Vaaz? Because prior to Coffee with Vaaz, I suppose that you have been very busy with your marriage life, I suppose, Amma. But after that, then you started up this Coffee with Vaaz. What exactly actually inspired you, Ma?
What inspired me, actually what happened was that when I was married, I was running a household and, matrimonial life, and I was only teaching Bharatanatyam for on the aspect of Navaratna, expressions of the face here and there, and I was living for my marriage. I was living for my husband, ex-husband, and in fact, if you notice, no one heard about me. I was in Malaysia. And when I left to UK, everyone was asking, my colleagues at Malaysian Airlines, my friends, and some of my, what happened? And the word Vasunthra was not mentioned in my family. Okay. The person Vasunthra is settled down in London. No one heard about me. So after I had my divorce with my husband on a mutual consent, and I felt there's a big vacuum in my life, which is so empty when you become a very hyper person, hyperactive, and all of a sudden there's so emptiness has come in, right? And then what happened is that there was a program on television called Solvadella Munme by Lakshmi Ramakrishnan Akka, who's a friend of mine, and only now she became a friend of mine. She's a role model, inspiration for me. And one of my role models, there are a few of them, I would mention to you later. You do ask me about that. Please do ask me. In fact, I'm asking you. So I wanted to speak about a lot of things about what's happening in the community, in our Thirunangai community and everything. Hence the reason, one of my ex-colleagues, Vimala Krishnan, she told me, why don't you talk about this in Facebook? When you talk, people listen. So I just tried with T. Naveen's case, the late T. Naveen's case in Malaysia. He was brutally murdered, and there was so much anger in me. I wanted to explode that anger. Then Vimala told me, my friend, my ex-colleague, she's like a sister to me. She said, Vasunthra, just go and say it in Facebook how you feel like it. And that, all of a sudden, overnight, Vasunthra Sundram was born. Coffee with Vaaz was born. And I've always, I took Lakshmi Akka as my role model. Lakshmi Ramakrishnan Akka as my role model. In the Madhuriya na pesalame, I like the way she brings out the matter. She's very finesse and polished. Hence the reason I won't use any foul languages when I speak. That's not my nature. And that's where Coffee with Vaaz was born. And the whole world saw the reincarnation, like Meendum Kokila, Meendum Vasunthra came back. Came back with the bang.
Very nice. Right. Very interesting, Amma. If only everyone had a kind of mindset as how you did, I suppose, there are a lot of people would have had a lot of, answers to their questions and their certain doubts, and also how they actually, because we have very lack of mentors, so I believe that you have been actually inspiring not only me, many people out there, Amma.
Thank you.
So
sometimes
please continue.
I do ask
simple.
myself, Sharma, do I deserve all this? Once upon a time they called me Vasunthra. Now they're calling me Amma. I ask myself, do I deserve all this credit? What have I done? And with the huge fan flow, I still can't believe it, but this much of fan flows, worldwide. And I think it all boils down to one thing: Guru or Asirvada. Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. So, after Mata, Pita, most important, Guru. ஒரு ஆசீர்வாதம் இந்த வாசிதான் தெய்வமே என்ன ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணிட்டு நான் இன்னைக்கு முன்னுக்கு நிக்கிறேன் ஐயா, வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
Very nice one. Ma, I believe that you had a marital life, Ma, and your marriage life, and you just mentioned it just now as well. And I also asked you a few questions regarding that. But could you tell us a bit more detailed, Ma? How was your marriage life, and how was it, and all that? Just give us a little bit of info on that.
My married life of 15 years was a beautiful life. I was very fortunate to have married my ex-husband. He showed me all the love and guidance and support in my life, and he has been there for me, right? Because at that time, my parents didn't accept me. From the age of 29, only 10 years after that, they accepted me, right? And my husband was there like a pillar, okay? Like a pillar to me. 15 years being recognized as Mrs. Anthony Jonathan Frost was a great thing that happened to me. I was able to embrace his love, to be called a wife. Being a Thirunangai, he knew I was a Thirunangai, married me, gave me that recognition. It was really